All right. We got a couple of bombshells, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to that Sonic 25th anniversary live stream when I wasn't distracted by how much of a shit fest the beginning of that show was. I mean, holy, who sound engineered that shit? Who was in charge of like checking this and checking that? It was a mess. I think my eyes bled at a few points, and it was all over the place. If I still did like a rant and good time, like one of the earliest series of videos I ever did a long time ago, back when this channel started, I'd be bitching up to high noon about how much of a clusterfuck Sonic's 25th anniversary live stream began. But we did get a few new things from it, and just to talk about it real quickly, because I'm going to probably brush it off compared to the other two things we got. The Sonic and Lego Dimensions, it looks like a fun time. Besides that, it looks like every other Lego game that I've played, so I got really nothing to say about that. But hey, those that are a fan of Lego Dimensions, I hope you got what you're looking for. I hope it's a good time for you guys. But holy shit, let's head into my territory, because I was 8 years old again, folks, when I saw the trailer for Sonic Mania. This looks to be a 16-bit follow-up. I'm not sure, I wouldn't say sequel, but it's just another 2D Sonic game that harkens back, and I mean visually, aesthetically, as on the nose as you can possibly get to the Sega Genesis days of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I mean, we've had plenty of attempts before that with Sonic 4 Episode 1, Episode 2, how they tried to go back to the roots, even Sonic Generations and all that, but never did they ever try to aesthetically get to this point to replicate the Sonic Genesis, Sonic Genesis, oh god forbid, the Sega Genesis look and feel of classic Sonic the Hedgehog, what I grew up with as a Sonic fan, and they're finally doing it. And not only that, this game is in good hands. They got Christian Whitehead, and for those that don't know, Christian Whitehead was responsible for some of the best versions of Sonic CD, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, all of that. This guy knows his programming, and he can make a Sonic game feel like a Sonic game, and they put him in charge of this project. And yes, I've wanted that for such a long time. Ever since I played the remastered version of Sonic CD, the one that actually lets me enjoy Sonic CD as a video game. I've always wondered, why aren't they getting this guy for a new Sonic game, like a fresh 2D adventure? And sure, Sonic Mania blatantly reuses the Green Hill Zone graphics from time to time to the point where you're not sure if you're playing an original game or a ROM hack. There's plenty of original stuff that I've seen in that trailer, and oh my god, it looks so gorgeous. The sprite animation is on point. This is the 16-bit Sonic game that I've wanted for so long, and I finally got it, and now I'm just like, I'm a kid again. I really am. And I don't, not to put down like games like Sonic Advance and Sonic Advance Trilogy in general. I mean, those are great games, but to see Genesis Sonic back in action, it's not an anniversary, it's not like classic Sonic and Generations. This is just the 16-bit Sonic I know and love. I'm a kid at heart again. Like I probably said that maybe 5-6 times already. I'm very unprofessional here at the moment. I'd imagine it's not very original for some people, but so a lot of people ask me, what am I looking forward to the most for Sonic's 25th anniversary? And I've always said, from the beginning, I just want a fun fucking Sonic game. I don't care about how it's set up or constructed. I just want a fun, consistently fun Sonic game, and to me there's no better way to do that than by just following up what made Sonic great in the first place, his Genesis games. And this looks like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles sequel I've wanted for such a long time. You got Sonic, you got Tails, you got Knuckles, so we have high-speed platforming with characters that are just extensions of Sonic's abilities. So again, that remains consistent. I'm looking forward to what level design does. Special stages, I hear elemental shields are back. I hear special rings are back. So we might be getting some blue sphere action again. I don't know. There is so much to look forward to with this new game for me. And yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm a nostalgia fanboy. I'm a total whore for this sort of thing. And I admit it, I am, because I love Sonics 1 through 3. I really do. They're the reason why I became a Sonic fan in the first place. Why I still am a Sonic fan today, despite all the ups and downs that the Sonic has been through. And honestly, something like Sonic Mania is what I think the franchise really needed, because, I mean, let's face it, after Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, where Sonic began to peak again, he sort of meandered with Sonic Lost World, and it's like a jagged rock. And then thanks to Sonic Boom, spin-off game or not, his reputation just fucking plummeted into the depths of hell, and it's like, fuck. It's like, we thought we had something here, and now we're fucking up again. So, yeah, we're back to where Sonic was essentially after 06, and what we need to do now is just rebuild our foundation, and what works, what people loved about Sonic back then, and that's 16-bit Sonic. So be it. This is Sonic Mania, and whatever. Looks like a great game. I'm gonna buy it. You should buy it too. But that wasn't the only thing that was showcased at the very end. By the way, I'm recording this video like 5 minutes after the live stream ended. Apparently, we're getting a main 3D Sonic game in 2017. I wasn't sure if Sonic Mania was going to be the only thing we were getting, but sure enough, it looks like we're getting some form of Sonic Generations 2. They didn't really give us a name, but it's a safe bet because Modern and Classic Sonic are joining up again for some sort of thing. It's a bit of a darker tone in the trailer. I'll notice that looks like the Death Egg robot, but it looks like there's some sort of Crisis City mock-up. I was like, the tone is kind of giving me, making me raise an eyebrow a bit, but okay. I mean, we still got the bright blue hedgehogs facing off of what looks like to be a demonic robot, and the fact that they're joining together, this is Generations 2. But they didn't call it Generations 2. They didn't give us a title at all, so what's it going to be called? Generations 2 does sound like a kind of a silly name that I think about it. It certainly didn't have adventure anywhere in its title. I don't know what to think about this one. They didn't really show us anything with this one. This is more of just a teaser trailer, an all CGI trailer with no gameplay whatsoever. So if it is truly Generations 2, then, I mean, anniversary title, I guess I'm okay with that. I have very little to say about this because they didn't really show us anything. Is it truly an extension of Generations 2, or are they going to do something different this time with Modern and Classic Sonic joining forces this time? The trailer had something called like Join the Resistance. I mean, like, are we in Terminator now suddenly? I'm not sure. So unfortunately, don't have much to say about that until I get some concrete gameplay, and seeing it as it's the main 3D Sonic game for 2017 announced now, I don't expect us to get anything about this in terms of any sort of information until maybe at the end of this year or the beginning of next. It's also coming out for the Nintendo NX. I did see that at the end of that trailer. So the next generation Sonic game, and they're going back to Generations. So hey, I mean, could be a decent game in its own right, but I really have nothing to say about that sort of thing. But either way, the best thing about this live stream for me, besides all the cringe-worthy fuck-ups, you had to be there for it, folks. I mean, I wish I could have gone to the event myself if I had the money and time to spare for it, but you know what? I got my laughs out of the live stream for completely different reasons, and I don't feel like I wasted my time, especially with Sonic Mania. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. And I hope you guys are too, as fellow Sonic fans, or, you know, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I want to stop this video before I embarrass myself even further. But with all that said, guys, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night. And, you know, yeah, take care.